Hey everyone, welcome back to the Success with Savita podcast, your go to podcast for all things success, confidence, entrepreneurship, and becoming your most powerful self. But before we jump into the episode for today, I wanted to number one say thank you for all this listenership that has gone up. So, thank you so much for tuning in every week and listening to these episodes. I'm so grateful that you're here and spending time with me listening to what I have to say. It means a lot to me. And the second thing I also wanted to tell you was yes, we did not have an episode last week, and we're going to try to make up for that and try and not miss future episodes. I've been having a little bit of personal crisis. My mom has not been well, so we've been in and out of hospital, so I took some time off. Having said that, we're back to regular programming. She's much better. And my topic for today is how to get into and embody girl boss mode. Many of you have actually asked me this topic. I think this girl boss, this term, this word is very popular, and it's very lucky for my business at least because I get a lot of responses, a lot of reactions, a lot of engagement when I use this term in any context, whether it's a workshop or with a podcast or with a newsletter or a post. It really is something that people identify with, resonate with. So, welcome to today's episode. And I'm going to talk about what does it mean to be in girl boss mode? What is it? Like when you're a girl boss, what does it really mean? Who is it? How does she embody this? How does anyone embody this? So, how do you tap into that energy even when you're feeling low, stuck, or unmotivated? It's girl boss is more of an energy, right? That it's that confidence, it's that persona that you have. So, how do you tap into it even when you're not feeling great about yourself or where you're at? And most importantly, how do you embody it so it becomes who you are, not just something you can switch on and off? So, you show leadership in every arena of your life. And that's what today's episode is all about. So grab your coffee, tea, lemon water, settle in, and let's dive right in. First, let's break down what girl boss mode actually means. For me, girl boss mode is not just about hustling 24 by 7, working yourself to burnout, or achieving for the sake of external validation. It's about stepping into your power with clarity, confidence, and intention. It's about knowing your worth, taking aligned action, and leading your life and business with purpose. It's about discipline and ease, feminine and masculine energies in harmony, strength with grace. It's about being the woman who shows up for herself and her dreams every single day, whether she feels like it or not, but also knowing when to rest, realign, and recalibrate. We'll talk about your identity and self concept as a girl boss, morning routines and rituals that anchor this energy, setting aligned goals and priorities, your environment and appearance as energy amplifiers, taking radical responsibility, leading yourself daily, resting like a girl boss. Let's get into it. So, number one, your identity and self concept. Everything begins with who you believe you are. If you don't see yourself as a girl boss, someone powerful, confident, capable, and driven, you will find it hard to embody that in your actions. Ask yourself, who is the girl boss version of me? What does she think about herself every morning? What does she believe is possible for her? How does she carry herself in every room she walks into? Take a few moments to visualize this version of you. Notice how she stands, how she speaks, how she works, and how she leads. One powerful practice is to name this version of yourself. For example, some of my clients call her CEO me or $1 million me, or, and I think most of them say CEO mode on, right? Or girl boss mode on. Or simply use their name with reverence. When you name her, you access her energy more intentionally. Remember, the girl boss identity is built on belief. Even if you don't feel like her yet, you start by thinking like her. Thoughts become feelings, feelings drive actions, and actions build results that reinforce your identity. Number two, morning routines and rituals. I can't emphasize this enough. I wasn't always a believer. I can tell you that. It took me a long time to start adopting this because my morning routine while I was in the corporate world was get up, snooze button, hit many times, then drag myself out of bed, get ready, get dressed, throw something on, and just leave home in a rush, drive through traffic cursing for not having left earlier, promise myself that I'm going to wake up early the next day, and then rinse and repeat, people. That was me. I've now changed all of that. The way you start your day, I believe, truly sets the tone for everything. And that's why I think while morning routine, $1 million morning routines and rituals are so oft repeated that it's become irritating to a lot of people, it's basically how you start your day and it really sets you up. And it just gives you a lot more control and a sense of achievement early in the day, right? And you're doing things. And when you start right, you tend to go right. If you start messy, there is a far higher likelihood that your day is also going to be chaotic and messy. So, my girl boss routine includes waking up early enough to have quiet time before the world needs me. It wasn't always so. I'm a parent, I have a child who needs to get to school. It wasn't always like this. The early mornings would be about getting my child ready to get to her school bus or get to her school drop off. So things change, you have seasons, and it's okay. Your morning routine may begin after the school drop off, right? Or you may still have a little young baby who isn't going to school. So you'll have to carve out some time and figure out at what point in the first half of your day you're going to be able to follow some kind of ritual, whether it's getting up earlier, and often you may feel like you don't have control. You want to aim for 80%, not 100%. So, my girl boss morning routine includes waking up early enough to have some quiet time and not rush about, hydrating, moving my body, even if it's gentle stretching now, journaling, which is something that I cycle on and off from, but usually it keeps me grounded, often scripting my day or visualizing my goals as done. Sometimes I do it at my desk, sometimes I do it at my bed when I wake up in the morning and just before I need to head out. Reviewing my priorities and calendar for the day. I also do this a day prior, so it's not like it's a surprise that I don't know what's coming up. So I feel organized and in charge. This doesn't have to take 2 hours, even if it's 20, 30 minutes of intentional ritual. It is powerful. I also try to do 15 to 20 minutes of reading. It could be chapter, it could be time, one of those things. It's about anchoring your energy before the demands of life pull you in different directions. Ask yourself, what would make me feel powerful today before the world wakes up? Number three, setting aligned goals and priorities. A girl boss doesn't just work hard, she works smart and aligned. She knows what moves the needle. Every week, I identify my top three priorities. What are the three things that will drive results in my business or life this week? Then each day, I ask, what is my needle moving task today? And this is really important. And the reason I ask what is my needle moving task is in relation to what is that needs to move today that will bring in the income, that will bring in the dough, that will bring in the money, okay? Or that will take the brand forward, or that will take the business forward. So when you focus on the big levers instead of busy work, you begin to see yourself as a leader, not just an executor. Remember, being busy is not the same as being productive. A girl boss is intentional with her time, energy, and focus. Number four, environment and appearance as energy amplifiers. Your environment shapes your energy. Your clothes and grooming amplify it. Ask yourself, is my workplace inspiring or cluttered? Does my outfit today reflect the powerful woman I want to be? It's not about wearing blazers or wearing something that's luxury. It's just being well and ready for the occasion and location, right? And for the work that you're meant to do that day. Ask yourself, how can I enhance my self presentation to feel confident? For example, I always wear a blazer when I'm going for an important meeting. And I always get dressed, even if I'm working just at my desk. Even if no one sees me, I feel put together. When you look good, you feel good and you perform better. Your environment, whether it's your office, home, or digital space, should reflect your highest standards. Number five, taking radical responsibility. This is a core trait of girl boss mode. No blaming, no excuses. If something isn't working, she asks, what can I do to change this? Where am I not taking ownership? What am I tolerating that's holding me back? Radical responsibility empowers you to move forward faster because you stop outsourcing your power to circumstances, people, or luck. Take a deep breath with me right now and ask yourself, what is one area of my life or business where I need to take full responsibility today? Number six, leading yourself daily. Girl boss mode is not just about leading teams, clients, or businesses, it's about leading yourself. Leading yourself looks like keeping promises to yourself, no matter how small, having discipline with your habits and routines, regulating your emotions so you respond, not react, reparenting yourself when you feel discouraged, the self talk, that's so important. Your self talk is key to your mindset, and your mindset is key to the energy that you bring to your work to your life every single day. Self leadership is the foundation of all external leadership. If you can't lead yourself, how can you lead others? Number 7, resting like a girl boss. Finally, embodying girl boss mode doesn't mean working 24/7, the hustle culture, or just going without any break. True girl bosses know how to rest, recharge, and reset. They honor their energy cycles. They take breaks without guilt. They sleep well because they know rest is productivity. When you rest, you come back with clearer ideas, sharper focus, and better strategy. So ask yourself, what does intentional rest look like for me today? How can I build micro breaks into my schedule? How can I romanticize my rest to make it nourishing? And there's so many other questions that you can look for. Pinterest has a whole bunch of prompts. Instagram is full of this. And if you want prompts, you can always reach out to me and I'm happy to share something with you if prompts are your thing, that you need a starting point, you need these questions. And in closing, what I want you to know is girl boss mode is not something you achieve once and tick off your list. It's a well, actually, that you would want to draw water from often, draw your energy from often. It's a way of being. It's waking up each morning and choosing to be her, no matter what challenges you're facing. It's choosing discipline over comfort most of the time. 80%, like I said, clarity over confusion and confidence over fear. It's understanding that business or life has seasons and phases, and you can find your rhythm, you can find your way through the highs and lows, and in a way that feels right for you. It's choosing to show up for your goals like they are non negotiable because they are. And with that, what I want to leave you with is I hope today's episode gave you powerful insights and practical steps to embody your girl boss mode starting right now, your way, the way you want to reflect and respond within your girl boss mode. Remember, it begins with identity and is reinforced by daily aligned action. It's not a one and done thing. You can't just do it for one day and then forget about it for the next 3 years. No, it doesn't work like that. If this episode resonated with you, share it with a friend who needs this pep talk today. Tag me on Instagram at Success with Savita to let me know your favorite takeaway. And thank you so much for listening. And I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, go out there and be the unstoppable girl boss you're meant to be.